Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Bix Weir, roadtoro.com. Looks like silver is putting in a pretty strong base at 30. Who knows? Click of a mouse, they can put it anywhere they want. But again, as I've been screaming, the whole world is trying to get their hands on silver for their solar panels. Except the U.S., of course. There is a development that I want to talk about quickly before I talk about silver, and that is the TopCon. TopCon is the newer type of solar panel that uses anywhere from 40 to 60% more silver. Not less, more. You hear that, Jeff Christian? Not less, more. And that is dominating, which leaves us in a very sticky situation. The PERC modules, there's so many of them sitting in inventories around the world. It's as the N-type, which is N-type is TopCon, as those prices come down, because China's building these massive facilities just to make a whole bunch of them. As the prices come down, it puts even more downward pressure on PERC. My estimate is there will be 100 gigawatts. Oh, sorry. Go back to where we are. 100 million ounces. 100 million ounces that will not be installed in PERC. So that's my take. For last year, it doesn't really matter with the Silver Institute, because they didn't even count all the modules that were installed or that were manufactured but not installed for some reason. Well, they lied about everything. The Silver Institute is a fraud. Pure and simple fraud. Go to roadtoro.com. All these numbers in red, historical numbers, they changed to make their scenario sound more plausible, which it doesn't anyway. But I think about 100 million ounces will be stuck in PERC solar modules, so that potentially might come back into the market. Now, how much does it cost to get the silver out of a PERC solar module? I don't know, $40, $50 an ounce. Yes, it is that hard to get out. And nobody's even doing it for the most part, unless they got nothing to do. And it'll take a while for these companies that bought them, that the ownership of these companies, they'll go bankrupt, or they will slowly but surely start selling off the inventory. I don't think that they will be installed. So we will find out soon enough what's going on. Actually, we won't find out, because the Silver Institute and Metals Focus will not tell us that, oh, by the way, 100 million ounces of silver were basically scrapped in warehouses in PERC solar modules. So that's it. Doesn't matter really for the Silver Institute or Metals Focus, because they never included them in the first place. So, but when you're talking about how much inventory is actually left before we go to zero, now it's minus 100 million ounces, because that silver is not coming back anytime soon, especially if price is below $100 an ounce. Anyway, back to silver. So I think the floor for silver is pretty much at $30. If they force it below the $30, again, India and China are there sitting there waiting. At some point, they're going to have to come up to meet price, because India is on fire right now when it comes to solar installs. Looking at 21 gigawatts this year is their estimate, which is massive. I think it's 4 times what they did last year, maybe less than that, but massively more than last year. And remember, last year the Silver Institute got it wrong. Here's an interesting post from GoldSeek. Nearly 85 million digital ounces of IOU silver traded in New York futures over the past 45 minutes. Big battle near $32 to $33 an ounce. Looks like the paper attack is on. And it was on briefly, but again, every time they try to slam it, ping, it just shoots right back up. So this is the beginning of the long run, I believe. The long run, where will it stop? It's not going to stop at 50. It might pause at 50 for a little bit. The interesting thing is the retail sector's not as excited about these higher prices as I thought they'd be. Some are actually selling their silver. I heard from a couple of my retail guys saying, yeah, we're getting a lot of people selling silver. Now, that has nothing to do with the price. Selling silver back to a dealer has nothing, zero to do with the price. The price is determined on the futures options exchange, period, exclamation point. That is all. That's all she wrote. Just futures and options. Retail silver, maybe... No, it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah, the U.S. Mint hedges all its positions when it buys silver off of the COMEX, takes the big bars, has them melted down by Sunshine Mint and made into blanks. But they've decided not to close their hedges, is what I believe is going on. They're supposed to close their hedges as they sell silver, and they are completely criminal and fraudulent like half the market is. So what do? How do you get around this? Just buy silver. It's that easy. If you look at the moving averages, Ted Butler, who still no word on Ted Butler. I don't know. I don't know where he is. Something big must be going on in his life, or maybe the good guys, the bad guys said, all right, don't talk about your whole life's work changing instantly, because the commercials are still short and they are so far underwater now. They need to get it under these moving averages, which is like climbing fast. $25, and for the 200-day, it's about $24.40. Normally they'd slam it down below those, but not at the moment. So yeah, Ted. I hope Ted is doing well. If anybody hears if Ted is doing well or is coming back soon, or what the deal is, please comment below. I'm a little afraid that they might. Hopefully, nothing bad has happened to him or his family. Could be anything. But his message to his subscribers was, I'm not posting right now, or something to that effect. It's like nothing. So I don't know. It's been I think about a month now. So let's keep an ear out for Ted. Let me know in the comment section. I heard a couple of people say things that it's hard to believe them. I live near Ted, and I saw him the other day walking his dog, type of stuff. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't. He does have an obligation for his subscribers to at least comment on what's going on, or at least say, hey, sorry, personal issues, or how about the U.S. government told me not to talk about it, or they won't let silver rise. But the banks are in deep shit. Who are the banks? Who are the banks, Bix? Why do you say the banks? Who are the banks? Here we go. Who is the biggest short on the COMEX at the moment? It is none other than HSBC, Hong Kong Shanghai Bank. How appropriate that they're the ones who are going to get destroyed, because they're the ones that destroyed China in the 1850s during the Opium Wars. And this price suppression has been going on for 170, 180 years. And HSBC started it through England. They implemented Hong Kong Shanghai Bank to get the Chinese people addicted to opium. And the reason for doing that was they made them pay for the opium in silver. So all the silver that was bleeding out of England is now coming back to England. And they said, oh, we're so good at this game, we're going to rig it for another 170 years. And now it is definitely HSBC, Hong Kong Shanghai Bank, that is the major short and having to deliver massive amounts of silver, at least throughout this year. Now, this short is a hot potato. It jumps from entity to entity. So who knows where it will go next. But keep an eye on them. As far as volumes, are very small. I mean, I get this post. I get it seems just shocking. 85 million digital ounces dumped in 45 minutes. But is it really shocking? Is it really shocking when you see that, the average number of contracts, ounces dumped in a day is right here, 120. Let's say 100. 100 is right in this range right here. That's 500 million ounces. This is the problem with silver, is it is not a free market. It is a joke, a pathetic joke, run by criminals at the CME, criminals at JP Morgan, criminals at HSBC, Bank of America, Wells Fargo Bank. Criminals, and then they're regulated by a criminal. Rustin Benham, the head of the CFTC. Another criminal. There's criminals all over the U.S. financial system. We're the greatest country in the world. That has gone to shit in a handbasket. There's nothing great about the United States anymore other than the potential to return to our Constitution. That's the only thing great about us now. We can do it. We will do it. But right now, there's nothing great about what is happening in the United States of America on any front. I'm not anti-American. I'm the opposite. I'm angry that these assholes have stolen my markets, stolen my country, stolen my financial freedom, stolen my freedom of speech. I can't say shit on YouTube anymore. Just by saying that, I'll probably get another strike. Currently, I'm sitting with no strikes. They all expired, thank God. But they can turn me off with the click of a mouse, obviously. So, yeah. Crazy days, my friends. Crazy days. Again, this is, if you want to know why silver isn't going below $30, it's because China and India need massive amounts of silver to make TOPCon panels. This year, my estimate is going to be, last year they did 387, obviously it's not exact, between, I'd say, 375 and 400 million ounces just on photovoltaics. I don't care what the Silver Institute says. It's obvious to anybody who has half a brain. All I needed was one half of my brain to figure that out. This year, it's going to be a lot more. And the TOPCon last year was about 30%. This year is going to be about 80 to 90%, which is a lot more silver as well. So keep an eye on that. Absolutely keep an eye on everything that's going on in silver. Don't believe what you hear. Get your physical. Get it in your own possession while you can. This will end very dangerously, very abruptly, I think, before the election. I think we will see the end game of the Trump-Putin-Xi plan, which was Trump will be the bad guy first. He did that. Putin will be the bad guy second. He's doing that. And Xi of China will be the bad guy third. When he invades Taiwan, that will be the last of the game, and then it's over. That takes out the bad guys, and voila, we can do something moving forward. Will it happen that way? Who knows? I mean, something is definitely up. And so get a lot of your supplies while you can. Hopefully the good guys will prevail over the bad guys. I think they're still in charge. I don't think the Biden administration is a true administration. I think it's something weird going on. Could be military in charge. I don't know, but we're just watching it as like a play, and there's a subtext going on behind the scenes that we can't see. What can you do about it? Buy physical silver, get in your own possession, and watch the show. That's all I got for you. This is Bix Weir, roadtour.com. I'll talk to you.